In this GNS3 topology, you need to configure both DMVPNs as well as BGP. Now that we've configured a GRE DMVPN tunnel, we need to configure NAT on the customer routers so that the Ubuntu hosts can access cisco.com. On Ubuntu 1 as an example, we can ping Ubuntu 2, Ubuntu 3, and Ubuntu 4, but we can't ping cisco.com. Route-N shows us that we've got a default gateway. We're going to need to make sure that DNS is working, and we're going to need to make sure that we can send traffic onto the internet. At the moment, Ubuntu 1 cannot ping this IP address 8871, and that's because network address translation is not enabled on customer router 1, which means that even though Ubuntu 1 could send the traffic to ISP router 4, it doesn't know how to send the traffic back again. Debug IP ICMP on router 4 shows us that the router is receiving traffic from 10.1.1.11, but the router doesn't know how to send the traffic back again. It doesn't have a route to network 10 in its routing table. So on customer router 1, interface gigabit 01, IP NAT outside. Save your configs often in case a router crashes. When enabling NAT, you could have problems. My router seems to be okay. Show run shows us that gigabit 01 is the outside NAT interface. Gigabit 00 is the NAT inside interface. IP NAT inside source list, user and access list. I'm going to overload gigabit 01. And I'm simply going to create an access list 1 that permits any traffic. Show IP NAT translations. At the moment, there are no NAT translations. Can Ubuntu 1 now ping cisco.com? That looks like a DNS problem, but notice we can ping this IP address on the router, and we can see the NAT translations on router 1. So what I'll do is turn off the Ubuntu host, turn it on again, and open up a console. It's now received IP address 10.1.1.12. So route-N, that looks good. Ping cisco.com, that looks better. The Ubuntu PC can ping cisco.com, but it can still ping PCs across the DMVPN tunnels. Network address translation is only being used for connections to the internet. Notice outside addresses. We are not NATing traffic across the GRE tunnel. We are only NATing traffic from the inside to the outside when traffic goes to the internet. If we look at the tunnel, we can see that no NAT statements are configured on the tunnel. In other words, traffic going across the tunnel will not be NATed. So that's customer site 1 configured. Let's have a look at customer site 2. We're going to do something very similar. Interface gigabit 01, IP NAT outside. Interface gigabit 00, IP NAT inside. IP NAT inside source list 1. Interface gigabit 01 overload. Access list 1 permit any. Ubuntu 2, can it ping cisco.com? Yes, it can. Can it ping Ubuntu 1? Yes, it can. Ubuntu 4? Yes, it can. And Ubuntu 3? Yes, it can. Again, show IP NAT translations on customer router 2. The only traffic that's going to be natted is traffic onto the internet. We are not going to NAT traffic that goes through the GRE tunnel. Let's configure customer router 3. Something very similar needs to be done on customer router 3. Interface gigabit 01, IP NAT outside. Interface gigabit 00, IP NAT inside. IP NAT inside source list 1, interface gigabit 01, overload, access list 1, permit any. Ubuntu 3, can it ping Ubuntu 1? Yes, it can. Can it ping Ubuntu 2? Yes, it can. Can it ping Ubuntu 4? Yes, it can. Can it ping cisco.com? Unknown hostname. What happens in this case is the Ubuntu client sent a DHCP request before I had finished configuring the DHCP pool. So hence, it got a default route, it got an IP address, but it didn't know the DNS server information, so I need to reboot the Docker container. Notice the IP address is 12 on this Ubuntu Docker container. On a physical PC, you could simply renew the IP address. But again, this device can ping cisco.com. It can ping Ubuntu 1, can ping Ubuntu 2, can ping Ubuntu 4, and again can ping Cisco. So that's configured right. Customer router 4. I'll save the configuration. Interface gigabit 01, IP NAT outside. Interface gigabit 00, IP NAT inside. IP NAT inside source list 1, interface gigabit 01, overload. Access list 1, permit any. Let's check on Ubuntu 4 that things are working right. Can Ubuntu 4 ping Ubuntu 1? Yes, it can. Ubuntu 2? Yes, it can. Ubuntu 3? Yes, it can. What about cisco.com? Yes, it can. Customer router 4, show IP NAT translation. We can see the NAT translations. So we've successfully configured NAT on the customer routers. We've proven that the PCs can ping cisco.com and that the Ubuntu PCs can ping each other using RFC 1918 addresses. The next step is to enable encryption on the DMVPN tunnels